Our friend Richard Ticcato, the Richard Ticcato Companies is here. 704-800-4719. So what's up with the feds?
The feds have lowered the rate at more than we thought they would. So that means it's a time to refinance your home. Get out of your high mortgage rate that you received over the past few years when you bought a house. We'll do a rate and term. It's very simple, very inexpensive, and you won't even have to have a house payment until 2025.
It's crazy. So call them today, 704-800-4719 or homewithrichard.com for the Richard Ticcato Companies.
Richard Ticcato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
It's now easier than ever at the homepage, TJRiggins.com. A new call and text the show option where you can send us a text or leave us a voicemail, which we may even use on the show. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
Breaking and Entering Christmas with our charity Peyton's Promise is sponsored by Lily and Grace. Lily and Grace is a one-stop shop for the exquisite home, furniture, decor, and more. Located at Langtree, lilyandgrace.com.
The regular recommended daily dose of funny is just not enough. Thankfully, we have extra funny with TJ and Riggins.
Riggins.
Yes.
You're a sensitive person, meaning things touch your heart pretty easily. Your heart gets touched pretty easily. Yeah. You walk around with a big heart on all the time.
Exactly, I do.
So I saw this meme, and you know what I did? I screen captured it.
What? You know how to do that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it's a sign. It's red, like a big poster board, and it has black writing on it, and then a heart drawn on the bottom after the writing, and it reads as such: "Meeting you felt like finding a part of myself I didn't know I was missing."
Oh,
isn't that sweet?
that is so sweet.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. Meeting you is like finding a piece of my heart that I didn't even know existed.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, yeah.
I didn't know I was missing. Yeah, the part I didn't know I was missing.
Yeah, that's so true.
Mm-hmm. Now, does it have as strong of a? Does it stir up as strong of a feeling in you to know that was posted like in a really bad looking neighborhood?
Oh, no.
In a third world city or something?
Yeah. Yeah, it changes.
But when you crop it, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's, and I might steal that sometime. I'll just act like I made it up.
Yeah, maybe just crop it a little bit more. Just keep cropping.
No, I mean, I'm going to write it in my wife's next birthday card or something.
Yeah, no, that's really good.
Meeting you felt like finding a part of myself I didn't know I was missing.
Yeah.
Damn, we just had our anniversary, though, or I would have used it for that.
Yeah. Do you write sappy stuff like that? In a card?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Why don't you clean out your vagina a little bit? How about that? No, I'm just kidding.
You saw the note he wrote her. Huh? You saw the note he wrote her the other day. That was super sweet.
Mm-hmm.
The note he wrote her.
It was all sarcastic.
About the
yeah, I did see that one.
Mm-hmm.
But no, he said something the other day. TJ said that, I don't know if you said this on the radio or not. Maybe I shouldn't say it. Did she left you a note?
She left me a note.
She wrote you like a nice note or something?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you did say that.
Right, I did, yeah.
Yeah, that was surprising to me. Like, I know she loves you. I just never saw her like sitting down to like write out, something heartfelt like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's great.
Oh, and that's why, it meant so much.
Yeah.
Because I know that she doesn't just pull them out willy-nilly and, whatnot.
Yeah. She's the piece that you didn't even know you were missing.
Yeah. I mean, more specifically, meeting her felt like finding a part of myself I didn't know I was missing.
Yeah.
31 years ago, if I remember correctly. That's what it felt like.
That's what it was.
Okay. Yeah. We have something very funny from a high school teacher, young high school teacher. Okay. And what goes on with high school boys now that is disgusting. But not in a sexual way. Oh, coming up next.
More extra funny next. It's now easier than ever at the homepage, TJRiggins.com. The new TJ and Riggins Show gallery button with the pictures, videos, and links you're hearing us talk about on the show. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
Hey, it's TJ, and I am not going to be playing golf November 11th at Northstone Country Club in Huntersville for our golf tournament, but I am going to be there to thank you for your support of Peyton's Promise, our charity, and what we're doing to help with Hurricane Helene relief. Get signed up today at tjriggins.com/golf. That's tjriggins.com/golf. Hey, it's TJ, and we were hanging out the other night at our new favorite place, Blackfin Ameripub in Ballantyne, and I figured out that's where I'm going to be watching the ball games this year. That's right. They have about 40 TVs showing all of the games on Saturdays, the college games, and their official Ohio State Buckeyes bar. You don't want to miss that if you're a Buckeyes fan as well as a Packers fan or a Panthers fan. They got it all. Not to mention some of the best food that I have had in a long, long time. You're looking for a great time? Go to Blackfin Ameripub in Ballantyne. Check it out at acetj.com/Blackfin.
The charity Peyton's Promise would not be possible without great sponsors. Great sponsors like Jewelers on Main, located in downtown Mooresville. Go to tjriggins.com/jewel to find out more about Jewelers on Main. Again, that's tjriggins.com/jewel.
Welcome to Extra Funny with TJ and Riggins.
All right. There is a young teacher. She's a high school teacher, and she looks to be early 20s. So she made a video telling something that happened at her school that day. And since she is a young person and she's making a video, obviously she's sitting in her car. Young people on social media eat every meal in the car. Even when they cook it inside the house, they'll go out to the car to eat it and tell you what it tastes like. Old people don't do that.
No,
old people don't do it. So she's sitting in her car, and this is what she said about the youths of today.
Question for the boys and men in here. If you came across a urinal that said out of order, do not use, what is your next step? Like, my hope would be you use a different urinal, stall, or if you have to, another bathroom. So tell me why, when a student at our school, a high school student nonetheless, saw that today, they thought, you know what? I'm going to poop in it. And they were booty cheeks out pooping in a urinal that has no privacy whatsoever in a school setting that now somebody unfortunately had to clean up after them. Like, what is wrong with people? Can you imagine as a parent getting a phone call from the school saying, hey, your high school age child decided to in a urinal today? What in the world?
Now, Riggins, I know you've seen her.
yeah,
So, Rob, have you seen her
No.
in that video, or did you just pull the audio from it?
I just copied the link.
Okay. Do you think she sounds like she would be pretty?
Yeah, I think so.
You do?
Yeah.
That would be a good call because she's very pretty. Very pretty.
I gotta go find that now.
And I'm not saying that, saying, oh, she's so hot, like that, because I'm, that's creepy because I'm an old man and she's young. But can you imagine, though, if you're a high school boy and she's one of the teachers at school and all of the rest of the teachers look like the other teachers that we see on social media?
yeah.
Just big slobs with green and orange hair and, all kinds of, everything they're wearing is some sort of a protest message and, all of the other stuff. Just look, jailhouse looking tattoos and all of that. Then this pretty, clean, nicely dressed, green eyes, just, she's the teacher I'm sure that all the boys talk about.
Yeah.
Being hot. And then she knows that you shit in a urinal.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the embarrassment of that?
He did it too. He's like, oh, she's going to love this.
Oh, this is so funny because chicks love funny guys.
That would be the mentality of like 13-year-old freshman high school boy. Maybe she'll think it's funny. Mm-hmm. Like, you dummy. She's very cute though.
Yeah. But what would you do if that's your son and you get a call from school and go, hey, little Riggins Jr. saw a urinal that set out of order, and not only did he pee in it, he pooped in it.
You're probably not that shocked because I guarantee the kid that poops in the urinal has had a history of doing some equally stupid things. There's no way this was like a one-off. Like, he's normally like a straight A student, good kid, funny and popular. There's no way. He's had some run-ins with authority.
He's always been so reserved.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Well, he took a big dump in the urinal.
All right, so what should the punishment be if you're the school?
You got to get suspended. That's
Suspended or kicked out completely?
I don't know about kicked out. I don't know. I would say certainly suspended. Probably out of school suspension for a while, maybe a week.
See, when I was growing up, there was no such thing as anything other than out of school suspension. There was no in school suspension.
Oh, really?
Suspension. And you know why they created that? Is because if you are suspended but you're at school, it doesn't really count as missed days.
Yeah.
And the state doesn't hold back funding from you or anything. It's something to benefit the school.
Yeah.
And that was part of the punishment of being suspended, is that you had to sit at home and everything that went on during those 3 days or whatever, you just flunked.
Yeah.
You couldn't make up the work that you missed while you were suspended. There were no makeup tests or anything like that. So do you think that this kid should be humiliated in front of the whole school? I do. I say drag him up on stage, call a special assembly, and tell everybody on the microphone that, this is what Charlie did. Charlie is up here because, he thought it was such a great thing to do. So now we're going to let everybody know exactly what he did, show pictures of it.
Show pictures.
Yeah, this is what it looked like before, and then this is what this idiot did, and show what it looked like after. And then, get on Etsy or one of those things where you can make a T-shirt, that says, I poop in urinals because I'm an idiot. And in the back of it says, I have no class.
Really go for it.
And then if his parents want him to stay in school, they have to put a sign in their yard that says, I raised an idiot because I don't know what I'm doing.
Raise a serial pooper.
Put a big campaign sign in their yard that reads, I'm a bad parent.
Yeah. Embarrass the parents.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah. I don't know. Do they humiliate kids anymore? Does that happen anymore? They don't put a dunce cap on them or anything?
No, they didn't do dunce caps when that was in the 50s or something.
You know what? That's what the world needs, is a daggum dunce cap to come back.
Yeah, you put it over the entire damn country. Just a big old biodome dunce cap. What is it? The Iron Dome dunce cap.
Iron Dome dunce cap. Yeah, they'd probably fire you for now if you did that as a teacher.
They probably fire you if you suspended the kid.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm like, well, it wasn't a dunce cat. I didn't write dunce. We call him a peckerhead. And it was just big, like Dick's Last Resort. They call you a peckerhead and they put the thing on you.
Yeah, I would rather, if you're going to put one on that kid, just make him wear a hat that says dipshit on it.
Yeah, I mean, that's what he is. I mean, high school, you know better than to do that. I mean, there's no excuse for that. So
Obviously.
I'm down for a pretty stern punishment, but yeah, I don't know. Can you show pictures of poop? That might get you fired too.
No, not in this bubble wrap society.
Can't do shit these days.
Yeah.
Especially in a urinal.
Yeah, exactly. What is that? What a psycho.
It's not the first
See,
time
that's
this
one of
has
those
happened.
things where the other students in the bathroom, if I walked in and saw some guy crapping in the urinal, I may just walk over when he's in his most vulnerable state, which you're in your most vulnerable state when you're asleep or when you're in the middle of pooping.
Yeah.
I would just go over there and just punch him in the face. Yeah. He's like, dude. Trash.
Somebody called in the comments, they called it, this is actually referred to as a lower decker as opposed to the upper decker. It's so popular. Yeah. Pretty disgusting.
Yeah.
I don't like poop. I think it's funny stories about adults pooping their pants. I don't like, outside of that realm, poop, it's a little iffy.
Yeah.
If you're going to poop in somebody's broken down urinal, not cool.
Just people don't know how to act.
Yeah.
And you automatically assume that his dad's the same way, or his mom pooping all over the place.
Do you?
Pooping all over town.
Yeah, it's not possible that he came from. Yeah.
They came from a sophisticated family?
yeah.
Or something? No.
And this was just like the bad apple.
No.
Like everybody else is doing fine. You see how great our other kids are doing. He's like the wild card.
Yeah, I go back to what you said in the beginning. It's not the first time.
Yeah.
So I don't know. They show a lot of crime documentaries where they portray the parents of the psycho kid or whatever as being normal, and the psycho kid just terrorizes everybody and all that. And if they have, like, they're really in a mental condition of psychopathy, then it's diagnosed. That's one thing. But if they're just rambunctious,
Yeah.
or just mischievous, looking for attention, then I don't think that kid's ever had his ass whipped, is what I'm saying.
Maybe not.
For getting out of line, having his parents whip his ass.
Yeah. What's the worst thing you ever did at school?
Nothing.
Doesn't even come close to that, I bet.
No.
Never got in trouble at school or anything?
Never. Not once.
Not for being a smart
Nope.
smart mouth.
No way.
Back talk.
Nope. Well, I got caught copying somebody's homework one time.
Oh, did you?
Because I forgot to do it, and my class was coming up, and he had the class earlier, and I said, "Hey, did you do that?" And he's like, "Yeah." And so I was copying his stuff down right before it was the class right after lunch, and my teacher walked by and looked. I didn't know she was standing there, and she looked over my shoulder and said, "Make sure you get them right."
Oh, no.
Yeah.
What was the class? Do you remember?
English.
You copied English homework?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't because I didn't know it, because obviously I knew I did well in English.
Yeah.
But I just forgot to do it. And,
Yeah. What was it? Like a fill in the blank, or was it an essay?
It was
Like breaking down a
yeah,
sentence?
it was answering these questions that she had given us on the copy paper, and then I didn't have time to even read the questions and put the answers down. I just had to go. That's why I was copying.
Yeah, that's nerve-wracking, too, when you copy somebody's paper, because I did it a couple of times.
Yeah.
Only got caught once, but I did the same thing. And it is, your heart starts pounding, your palms are sweaty, knees weak,
Yeah.
mom spaghetti. Yeah, that's scary. And did they call your house or anything?
No. But I got a 0 on the thing.
I had the same thing happen during a geometry test. I had somebody else's whole test. He used the same test every year.
Yeah.
And it was like 6 pages stapled together, and I was pretty ballsy. I mean, I just had it right under mine. Boom, 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 because I was horrible in math. And didn't even notice as the teacher got it from his desk, walked all the way through the aisle to my desk, didn't even notice him. And then he just reaches down to my desk and quietly pulls out the test I had under mine, and then gives me like the motion to follow him outside, and he puts the original paper up on the wall outside the classroom. He goes, "You know what you're getting on this?" And then just draws with made a point, did a big 0 underline, and then called my house later that day. Awful.
No. I would have never tried to cheat on a test like that. That's like movie kind of cheating.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Was that when you were still in Catholic school?
No.
Or you'd already gone to the trashy public school?
Yeah, I mean, there were no rules in public school. You can do whatever you want. So I just assumed that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, he didn't call. Yeah. I was like, blame it on the public school system, Mom. I don't know what you want me to tell you.
You're the one that put me in that mess.
Yeah.
It's what all the public school kids do.
It's what had never happened at Arlene, Guadalupe.
So this is more your fault, Mom, than mine. I take no responsibility for this.
It's Extra Funny with TJ and Riggins.
Hey, Richard Ducato here. Call 704-800-4719 or log on to homewithrichard.com. Great news. The Fed has dropped the rates, and now is the perfect time to save big with a streamlined refinance from Richard Ducato. Imagine lowering your mortgage, and it doesn't cost you anything up front. 0. There's no risk to it. Call 704-800-4719 or log on to homewithrichard.com and take advantage of the Fed dropping the rate. It's a free 5-minute phone call.
Richard Calotren Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.